This week we take a look at what's new in the world of warships. Angelo emerges from the mechs to share his thoughts on Titanfall 2, and we chat with Arcane Studios' Sebastien Mitton, the art director from Dishonored 2. This is Player Attack. Hi, I'm Jessica Citizen, and this week, even while the dust is only just settling from PAX Australia, we are getting ready for the next big gaming event to hit our shores. RTX Sydney is happening in Darling Harbour in February. While you can expect all the usual Rooster Teeth, Funhouse and Slow-Mo Guys type guests, there is one more name that's been revealed this week that might just convince you to attend if you're on the fence. Hideo Kojima. Yes, the industry veteran, creator of Metal Gear Solid and the man behind upcoming game Death Stranding, will be in Sydney, in person, from February 4 to 5 on 2017, discussing his career in video games and looking forward to the future he's carving for himself at Kojima Productions. Tickets are available now through Moshtix. And speaking of events, BlizzCon 2016 was also held recently, and while we didn't get the Diablo 4 reveal we were hoping for, we did get plenty of other fun stuff for fans. First up, the Necromancer, fan favourite class from Diablo 2, will also now be appearing in Diablo 3 sometime in 2017. The new character class will be available as a pack that you'll need to purchase separately, but if you want some new free content, you want to play the game in January for the Diablo anniversary event. Gamers will travel to Tristram to confront Diablo, just like we did in the original game 20 years ago. But if Overwatch is more your thing, there is a new character on the way for that one as well. Mexican gunslinger Sombra is an offense character with a 3-star difficulty rating. Her skills include deadly machine gun accuracy, hacking, using thermoptic camouflage to become invisible, and setting off the occasional EMP. Sombra will be added to the game shortly. And from one beloved publisher info dump to the next, November means it was N7 Day recently, the annual BioWare celebration. This year, of course, all eyes were on Mass Effect Andromeda, and we were not disappointed. First up, there was the official cinematic reveal trailer, which really speaks for itself.
I have a bad feeling.
We're the aliens.
My God.
Then there was the news that the game is getting a multiplayer beta for console, and you can sign up for that one right now on the BioWare website, which is also packed with more news about the upcoming release. Meanwhile, if you would prefer to revisit the universe you already know and love, all 3 games are now backward compatible on Xbox One. If you have a digital copy of the games, it's a simple matter of re-downloading your purchases from the Xbox Store. On the other hand, if you own the Xbox 360 discs of Mass Effect 1, 2 or 3, pop them into your new console and you're good to go. You'll only need the first disc of each game to play the entire thing, with Microsoft explaining it will act like a key rather than holding the actual game data. On to quick news, and there is a lot of it this week. Nintendo's new retro mini NES has been selling out almost as quickly as it goes on sale in most retailers, and then popping up on online retailers just as fast for inflated prices. Buyer beware, don't pay too much for this one. Nintendo was also the topic of conversation this week as the UK price for the upcoming Switch console was allegedly revealed, which also uncovered the fact that there might be 2 different versions. The basic unit will allegedly set you back £200, while a premium unit, which includes more storage space and a game, will run you $250. That's about $330 Australian for the cheaper one before the inevitable Australia tax price hike, or $250 in the US. Obviously, have a grain of salt with this one, and let's wait for Nintendo to make an official statement. In more console news, sales of the PlayStation 4 have tripled in the UK thanks to the launch of the PS4 Pro, meaning Sony takes home 53% of the console share market, dwarfing Microsoft's Xbox One share of just 37%. And another rumour for you, stories are doing the rounds that Microsoft didn't necessarily want to announce Project Scorpio quite as early as it did. According to sources, the tech giant felt it was forced into the announcement following the almost constant stream of leaks about the PlayStation Neo, which we now know as the PS4 Pro. Microsoft is also blaming someone else for the disastrous launch of Call of Duty Infinite Warfare on Windows 10. Activision is being thrown firmly under the bus for this bug, which affected gamers who bought the new FPS via the Windows 10 store. Basically, Windows 10 store customers were placed into an isolated game world of their own, where they could only enjoy multiplayer matches with each other, completely separate to the much larger Steam-powered player base. Apparently, Microsoft was thoroughly invested in crossplay between the two PC platforms, but Activision just wasn't up for it. Happily, Microsoft is offering refunds for anyone who wants it and encourages fans to go buy the game on Steam. Wargaming has announced a new attack as part of its quest to take over the world. Wargaming Alliance is a new publishing label specialising in free-to-play titles. The first one has just been announced, Total War Arena from Creative Assembly and Sega. It's a 10v10 strategy battler coming to PC at some time in the not-so-distant future. And if you like the sound of that, EA might also have a treat for you, or it might not. The company has just registered a new trademark for something called Need for Speed Arena, which could be some sort of car-related MOBA, or it could be a mobile game, or it could be an esports thing. As usual, the registration refers to computer game software, video game software, and an online computer game, so at this stage, your guess is really as good as ours. And finally this week, some of the best game-movie crossover news we have heard in months. The story is beautiful. A best-selling author is struck down by writer's block and moves to the country to try and find inspiration. One day he stands on his porch and gazes out at the garden where he sees a single cat. The writer decides to leave some food for the cat in his garden when he goes to bed, and this is the beginning of Nico Atsume, the movie. Nico Atsume no Ai is a Japanese-only project at this stage, set for release in 2017. And before you ask, it's live action with real cats. For more information on any of these stories, or to keep up to date with the latest gaming news, head to playerattack.com. But for now, stick around, we've got plenty more still to come.